Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Daire Simtaren. I reside at Somone Urban Homestead. Today we are going to talk about one of the basic needs. Remember in the previous videos, in the introduction video, I talked about the 4 basic needs that we need in life to survive. And one of the basic needs, food, I've already exhausted it. I took you around this urban homestead to show you what I'm doing, where food is concerned, what I'm growing, the small animals that I'm keeping. And I'm sure you agree with me after going through the videos. And if you haven't done so, please visit my YouTube channel, Homesteading with Nsofwa. This is where I've explained most of the things that I'm doing at this urban homestead. So today we are going to talk about another basic need, which is air. You all know that we need air to survive, and without air we cannot survive. I'm not even going to dwell into the science of the air, because even now I'm sure people are aware with the COVID pandemic how people are dying for lack of oxygen. This just shows that air is very, very important. And because it's important, it's one of the basic needs that we need in order to survive. Can you just imagine if we were buying this commodity, how many people would be living today? If we could have been struggling to buy this commodity, we could have been going without eating, just looking for money so that we could purchase this commodity. And the example that I gave earlier on about COVID, there were some the countries were struggling to provide this needed basic commodity to patients, and most of the patients were dying because of lack of oxygen. So air is important. We all need oxygen. We breathe in oxygen to survive. The plants also need air, so they need carbon dioxide also to survive. So in this channel, I normally talk about the provision that God has given us, the basic needs, and connecting it to the provision that God has given us to really make sure we have all these basic needs that He has provided for us to have access to. God is so wonderful. He's a loving God. He realized that if this commodity was scarce, we were going to be very few people on earth. With the greediness of human beings, I'm sure only the rich people were going to be accessing this important commodity. So God realized that we all needed it. This is why He has given us this as a free good. It's a free commodity. So I normally refer to the Bible. So let me just read a few verses which will... So as we remember God's gift of the air that we breathe in, we are going to read 1 Genesis 2, verse 7. Then the Lord God formed the man of the dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living creature. After God breathed the breath of life into man, man became a living creature. This is why when we stop breathing, oxygen stops getting in, then we are deemed dead. because now we stop being a living creature. The second verse is coming from Job 33, verse 4. The Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty gives me life. This is a very good verse. The breath of the Almighty gives me life. The free air that God has provided on earth for every creature to access it gives us life. How loving is our living Father that He gave us air as a free gift. Why are we then polluting this air which God has given us? Purified air, purified oxygen. Why are we polluting it? We instead choose to put concrete pavings in our yards, to cut out the trees in our yards, to do away with nature completely. Then we replace nature with ceiling fans, with air conditioners, and things like that. Things which are artificial. When we can get clean oxygen freely given from God to us. Now let me take you to the last verse. So let us learn to embrace nature and live with nature, because we need each other anyway. I don't need an air conditioner for me to bring the temperature down in my room. I have to bring in plants in my room, and the plants will bring the temperature down. I don't need to walk outside for me to gasp, or to open the windows for me to let the air in. There must be air in the house. I've even incorporated plants, air purifiers in the house, because the thing is, we are living in the world where we have to be an enclosure all the time, when we are supposed to be outside to enjoy the vitamin D and the free oxygen that God has given us. Instead, when you get outside, you find there is too much heat, because the trees have been cut down and things like that. Please, people, let us learn to embrace nature. If every one of us would plant trees in our yards, or flowers in our yards, and the environment is turned green, we'll have a better world to enjoy, and we'll have this oxygen that we are struggling to have. It will be plenty. I wonder what will happen in the next 10 years when we've cut down all the trees and suddenly there is no air for us to breathe. I wonder what will happen. Maybe probably that time the manufacturers will provide a lot of oxygen cylinders which people will be using as they go to bed to sleep, or when you wake up you want to go and bath, you walk around with the oxygen cylinders. Do you want a world like that? God has already provided these things we are struggling to have. These things we are destroying with our own hands in the name of development. If we prefer concrete jungles, let's have a bit of concrete jungle, because we are calling it development, and a bit of nature, we embrace it. I'm going to take you around so that you see what is happening around this area, and the difference between our area and the area in our neighbors. I'm just coming from the morning routine. I normally go for a walk for 10 kilometers just to get the morning breeze. This is our main road, and this area where I'm pointing is our street towards our homestead. I'll take a video today just to make you appreciate the importance of having purified air. What we have done in our homestead, we've embraced nature so that we can help with the improvement of the oxygen circulation in our yard. Welcome. So like I said, this is our area. This is a new area that was just opened for development. So this is our neighborhood. As you can see, these are people's yards. We are just walking along the road towards our homestead. You can check. This is on the left-hand side. This is on the right-hand side. It's a street which is almost done. I think we are at 80%. Most of the people have shifted in their homes. I'll just be getting this video just to make you appreciate until we reach our homestead. So this is our neighborhood, as you can see. So when you look this side, this is our homestead. We've just arrived at our homestead. Just like you can see, this is the outside of our homestead. We have embraced nature, concentrated on growing flowers, trees, and everything that we can grow. You bear with me. It's in the morning, and there is sometimes the sun is coming direct to the camera, but you get the view of this, our homestead, as compared to our neighbors. This is our neighbor's plot, and this is our homestead. Outside temperatures in summer, even as much as they are at 30 degrees, sometimes we reach 30 degrees outside temperatures. In here, it's always regulated. The temperatures are always regulated. So this is our homestead. This is what I meant by saying that we embraced nature so that we could improve air circulation. Oh my God, I'm even feeling nicer here. There's so much oxygen in here. You feel the peace and the oxygen that is purified. So this is our homestead. If you compare to our neighbors, in here the temperatures are down. Normally, even in summer, it's around 18 degrees. And since we are just coming out of winter, it's very, very cold. I've even put on a jersey because it's very, very cold in here.